Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Move with Money. Today's class is going to be a 25-minute total body stretch yoga practice. All you need is yourself and your mat, and when you're ready, let's get started. Let's begin today's class seated with our legs crossed. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And then go ahead and place your hands on the side of your rib cage. Inhale, breathe in through your nose and let your ribs expand sideways into your hands. As you exhale through your mouth, let your ribs close in and down towards your hips. Again, inhale as your ribs expand sideways into your hands. Exhale through your mouth as your ribs close in and down. Again, inhale as your ribs expand. Exhale as your ribs close in and down. Last one, inhale and exhale. Let's sit up nice and straight now, making sure your right foot or your right leg is in front of your left in the cross-seated position. And then start to walk your hands out in front of you, coming into a forward fold. This should feel really good in your hips. Making sure you are breathing into this position and focusing on your breath here. Good job. Now slowly walk your hands back towards your body and switch the crossing of your legs. Bring your left leg in front of you now. Sit up straight and start to walk your hands forward. Again, bring your awareness to your breath here. And this should feel really, really good in your hips. Carefully walk your hands back towards your body. Uncross your legs and let's meet on our hands and our knees for some cat-cows. On your inhale, arch your back, gaze towards the sky, roll your shoulders back. For your cow, exhale as you round your spine. For cat, gazing towards your navel. Again, inhale as you arch your back, roll your shoulders back. For cow, exhale as you round your spine, gazing towards your navel. Inhale as you arch. Exhale as you round. Good job. Inhale as you arch. Exhale as you round. Last one. Inhale as you arch. Exhale as you round your spine. Good job. Now let's come into a neutral spine now. On your inhale, reach your right hand up to the sky. Exhale as you thread the needle, bringing your right hand underneath your left, coming down to your shoulder for a shoulder stretch. Option to bring your left hand behind your back for a deeper stretch in your shoulders and your chest. Making sure you're breathing into this position here. Come on back up to your hands and bring your right hand back up for a counter stretch. And then come back to center. Let's do the other side. Bring your left hand up in the air. Exhale as you thread the needle, bringing your shoulders down to the mat. Again, option to bring your right hand behind you for a deeper stretch. Making sure you're breathing into this position here and bringing your awareness to your breath. Come back to center, bring your left hand up in the air for a counter stretch, and then back to center. Let's take some fluid movement here. Start to roll your body, roll your hips and your spine in a circular motion, whichever way feels good for your body, allowing your body to move freely and to flow in this movement, keeping your awareness to your breath, arching your spine as you come up, rounding your spine as you move back. Maybe go in an opposite direction now. Again, allowing your body to flow and move freely, bringing your awareness to your breath and releasing any tension that you may have in your body. Let's come to a neutral spine now. Staying on your hands and your knees, extend your left leg long behind you, bringing your right hand by your ear, making sure you're keeping your breath here. Lift your left leg up in the air and bend your left knee, gazing towards the right. Bring your right hand behind you to meet your left ankle or your left foot. Try to keep your balance here. Maybe extend your knee up a little bit higher. Focusing on your breath and balancing. Then go ahead and let go carefully. Extend your left leg and your right hand and then set everything down. Come back to your hands and your knees and let's do the same thing to the other side. Extend your right leg back behind you. Extend your left hand and then go ahead and bend your right knee as you meet your left hand with your right ankle. Maybe extend up a little bit more, bringing your awareness to your breath. Extend everything back out, releasing, and then come on down to your hands and your knees again. Push up and back to a downward dog. Take this moment to bring your awareness back to your breath. Maybe pedal your heels, bending one knee at a time. Start walking your hands back carefully towards your feet, keeping a slight bend in your knees, coming into a forward fold. Maybe hug yourself here, grab opposite elbows with your hands, and then slowly start to come up to standing, making sure your head is last to come up. Take a nice deep breath here. On your next inhale, bring your hands up in the air, grabbing your left wrist with your right hand, stepping your left foot back behind you for a side stretch. And then come on back to center, grab your right wrist with your left hand, step your right leg back behind you for a nice stretch. And then come on back to center. Bring your hands down to prayer as you forward fold down, and then walk your hands back to your downward dog. As always, bring your awareness back to your breath here. And on your next inhale, bring your right leg up in the air and then bend your right knee, coming into your three-legged dog. Exhale as you place your right foot in between your hands, coming into your lunge. Keeping your left knee off the mat and your left hand firm on the mat. Bring your right hand up in the air, coming into your runner's twist. You can either stay here, or if you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit or get in a deeper stretch, go ahead and set your right hand down to the mat and bring it onto the inside of your right foot. Step in your left foot a little bit and then wrap your right arm on the inside of your left knee, and then bring your left hand behind you to meet your right. This is a great stretch for your shoulders and a great heart opener. Come on back to center, drop your left knee down to the floor, and we're going to come into a pigeon pose, bringing your right knee to the floor outside of your right hand, making sure your right shin is parallel to the front of the mat and your hips are squared to the front. Option is stay here, keeping your chest open, or you can forward fold for a deeper stretch. This should feel really good in your right hip. Making sure you're breathing here, bringing your awareness to your breath and breathing into the stretch and into your right hip. Slowly come on back up, untuck your toes and push back into a downward dog. Let's do the same thing to the other side. On your inhale, bring your left leg up in the air, bending your left knee, coming into your three-legged dog. Exhale as you place your left foot in between your hands, coming into your lunge. Keeping your right knee off the mat and your right hand firm on the mat. Bring your left hand up in the air for your runner's twist. Again, option to stay here, but if you like the deeper stretch, go ahead and scoot your right foot a little closer to you, bringing your left arm underneath your left knee, and then meeting your right hand with your left, coming into the deeper stretch. Go ahead and release everything. Set your right knee down to the mat. And then place your left knee to the floor on the outside of your left hand, coming into your pigeon pose. Making sure your left shin is parallel to the front of the mat and your hips are squared. Option is stay here, keeping your chest up, or you can forward fold for a deeper stretch. Breathe in into your left hip here. Carefully come on back up, untuck your toes, and push back into your downward dog. Take a moment here to see if your hips feel a little different than before. And then go ahead and drop your knees and push your hips back to a child's pose. Take this time to bring your awareness to your breath, to your body. Maybe stretch your hands out in front of you. You can maybe walk your hands to the right to stretch the left side of your body. And then maybe come back to center and then walk your hands to the left to stretch the right side of your body. Or you could be still, whatever feels good for you. Carefully come on back up to your hands and your knees, and then lay on your stomach. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your legs straight out behind you. Take a nice deep inhale, and on your exhale, push up into your upward dog, keeping your chest up. Take a nice deep breath, and then come on back down as you exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Come on up for your upward dog. Keep your chest up, keep your chin up. Take a nice deep breath as you exhale. Come on back down. Last one. Come on up for your upward dog. Keeping your chest up, keeping your chin up, and then come on back down to your stomach. Bring your hands behind you, clasp your hands together, and then this time around, come on up, lift your legs off the mat as high as you can. Lift your shoulders up, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath. And then release everything back down to the floor. Let's do that again. Inhale as you lift everything up, squeeze in. Take a nice deep breath here, lifting everything off the mat. And exhale as you release everything back down. One last time. Inhale, bring everything up, lift it off the mat, squeeze. See if you can lift your legs and your thighs off the mat a little bit more. And then release, let everything back down to the mat. Let's work on some back stretches now. Go ahead and bend your right knee and then drop it over your left leg, coming into a twist for a lower back stretch. You can either keep your chest down or lift it up for a deeper stretch here if that feels good for you. Then go ahead and release, come back to center, and let's do the same thing to the other side. Bend your left knee and then drop it over your right leg, coming into a twist. Either keep your chest down or lift your chest up, whichever feels good for you. Take a nice deep breath and then come back to center. Come on up to your hands and your knees now. We're going to do that whole series over, starting with the cat-cows, but this time we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. So let's start in a neutral spine. And then on your inhale, go ahead and drop your belly and arch your back. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your chin up. Exhale as you round your spine, gazing towards your navel. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your spine. Exhale for cat. Again, inhale, arch your spine, drop your belly. Exhale, round your spine, gaze towards your navel. Last one, inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round. And then let's go ahead and thread the needle. Lift your right hand up in the air. Exhale as you drop your hand under your left shoulder. Option to bring your left hand behind you for a deeper stretch. And then come on back to center. Lift your right hand up in the air for that counter stretch. And then come back to neutral. Let's do the other side. Bring your right hand up in the air and then thread the needle. Option to bring your right hand behind you for a deeper stretch. Come on back up. Lift your left hand up for the counter stretch and then come back to center. Let's take those fluid movements now, moving our body in a circle, going in one direction, whichever feels good for you, arching your back as you come up and rounding as you come down. And then go the opposite direction, letting your body move and flow, breathing into these movements. And then come onto your neutral spine and push back into your downward dog. On your inhale, go ahead and bring your right leg up in the air. Bend your right knee for your three-legged dog. Exhale as you step your right foot in between your hands, keeping your left knee off the mat. Bring your right hand up in the air for your runner's twist. Again, option to stay here, or if you would like to challenge yourself with that deeper stretch, go ahead and give it a try. Make sure you're careful and you are breathing into this movement. Come on back to center, drop your left knee to the mat, bring your right knee to the floor, coming into your pigeon pose, option the forward fold here or keep your chest up. Take a nice deep breath here, and then come on up back to your downward dog. Take a moment here, and let's do the same thing to the other side. Bring your left leg up for your three-legged dog. Step your left foot in between your hands. Come on up for your runner's twist. Left hand up in the air. Option to take that deeper stretch if that feels good for you. Take a breath here. Come back to center. Drop your right knee to the floor. Come into your pigeon pose, bringing your left shin parallel to the front of the mat, making sure your hips are squared. Again, option to forward fold here. Carefully come on back up, untuck your toes and send your hips up to your downward dog. Go ahead and carefully drop your knees to the mat and then take a push up, coming down, releasing your feet, untucking your toes, and then push up into your upward dog. And we're going to take those upward dog movements again. Exhale as you drop back down, belly to the mat. Inhale as you come on up, chin up, chest up. Exhale as you come back down. Again, inhale as you come up, chest up. Exhale as you drop back down. Good job. And now let's bring our hands behind our back, clasp your hands together, and then let's go ahead and lift your thighs off the floor, and then carefully drop back down. Let's do that again. Lift everything off, keeping your hands away from your bottom. Last time, lift up, squeeze. See if you can lift a little bit more, and then drop everything back down. Good job. Let's come on to seated now, and let's meet laying on our backs. We are coming to our final series of today's class, so we are almost done. When you're ready, go ahead and lift your legs up straight in the air. You could keep a slight bend in your knees if you need to. And then bring your hands behind your neck for support, making sure your lower back is pressed down to the mat to support your back, and to make sure you are targeting the lower area of your stomach here. Lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Inhale as you drop your right leg down to the floor, hovering over the mat. Exhale as you lift your right leg back up. Inhale, drop your left leg, hovering over the mat. Exhale, lift it back up. Inhale, drop your right leg. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, drop your left leg. Exhale, lift it up, making sure your lower back is pressed against the mat. Inhale, drop your right leg. Exhale, bring your right leg back up. Inhale, drop your left leg. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, drop your right leg. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, drop your left leg. Exhale, bring it back up. See if you can lift your head and your shoulders off the mat just a little bit more. You're almost there. We have one more on both sides. Inhale, drop your right leg. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, drop your left leg. Exhale, bring it up. Good job. Now go ahead and grab the back of your right leg and drop your left knee over, hovering over the mat. Grab the back of your right ankle, your right calf, or the back of your knee, whichever feels good for you. Go ahead and switch to your left leg now. Grab the back of your left leg, stretching that out as much and as far as you can. And then this time around, just switch your legs. Don't worry about grabbing the back of your leg, keeping your head and your shoulders off the mat and switching your legs, making sure your lower spine is pressed against the mat. We have 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead and hug your knees. Lower your head. Circle your knees if that feels good for you. Let's take a happy baby pose now. Grab the outside of your feet and pull your knee close to your armpit for a happy baby pose and for a nice hip release. Go ahead and rock side to side if that feels good for you, or you can stay still. Bring your awareness back to your breath in this position. Go ahead and set your feet back down to the mat. And then bring your hands underneath your body, clasping your hands together, and lift your hips up for a wheel pose. This should feel good for your shoulders, your lower back. You can either stay here if you want to take a full wheel, you are welcome to do so. Take this moment here to bring your awareness to your breath and your body. Go ahead and set everything back down to the mat. You can hug your knees here if that feels good for you. Rock side to side or be still for that counter back stretch. And then go ahead and bring your legs straight out in front of you. And then bend your right knee, bring it close to your chest, and then drop your right knee over your left leg, bringing your arms out to the side, or you could keep your left hand on your right knee. for that lower back stretch. Come back to center, bringing your right knee to your chest, and then bringing your leg straight out in front of you. And let's do the same thing to the other side. Bring your left knee to your chest, and then drop it over your right leg. Making sure you are breathing into this pose. Go ahead and bring your left knee back to your chest, and then let everything go. We are coming into our final resting pose for today's class. Bring your legs straight out in front of you. You can keep your hands wherever feels comfortable for you today, whether that's your sides, your stomach, your heart. Take this moment to bring your awareness to your breath and your body. Thank yourself, thank your body for showing up today. And take this time for yourself. Go ahead and roll over to your side and carefully come on up to seated. Let's take one last breath together. Inhale, bring your hands up in the air. Exhale, bring your hands down to prayer. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's class. I hope you had a really good time with this total body stretch. And if you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share my video with your friends and your family. And I will see you in my next one. Have a great day.